Hey guys, we are back with some more MODO Eastside Hockey Manager, and one thing you may notice right off the bat if you look at the team finances is that we're apparently below the player budget, but that is definitely not the case because we haven't cut anybody since when we last signed all these players in the last one, so I cannot imagine that this is correct here at 3.2 million in salary that we're paying our players. I would imagine if we go to finances and take a look at salary breakdown, yeah, we're still paying our players 4.6 million. So if you ever want to know the true salary that you're paying all your players, look at the salary breakdown page. I don't know why it's different on the team finances screen, but it just is. I have no idea why. So we have the Allsvenskan season preview now. Timra is in first, Vastervik in second, your MODO Hockey is in third, and then IK Oskarshamn is in fourth. They moved up from the Swedish third league. Meanwhile, AIK was moved back down to the Swedish third league, and Tingsryd actually moved up to the SHL, so we do have two new teams in the Allsvenskan this year, one of them being Oskarshamn, and the other, I believe, is, yes, Pantern was also moved back up to Allsvenskan. Then you have Almtuna, Mora, Vita Hasten, Vasteras, Karlskoga, Södertälje, Björklöven, Karlskrona, Kristianstad, and Pantern. Top goalies, you have Adam Werner of Almtuna, you have Emil Kruse of Vasteras, you have Arvid Lung of Karlskrona, you have Linus Lundin of Timra, of course, so we're going to have to go up against him. Unfortunately, one of our former goaltenders, Isaac Wallen of Mora, Victor Bratstrom of Timra, Adam Amon of Oskarshamn, Victor Kokman of Vita Hasten, Matthias Pettersson of Björklöven, and Henrik Lundberg of Karlskoga. And top defenseman in the Allsvenskan, Carl Dahlstrom of Timra, Rob O'Gara as well of Timra, Kevin Ekman Larson of Karlskoga, Daniel Brickley of Timra as well, so Timra with three of the top four defensemen in the entire league, Seth Helgeson of Kristianstad, Kalle Johansson of your MODO Hockey, Tucker Pullman of Karlskoga, Gustav Lindstrom of Oskarshamn, Jacob Stenquist of Oskarshamn as well, and then Linus Bakken of Karlskrona. Top left wingers, you have Fredrik Olofsson of your MODO Hockey, and then Glenn Gustafsson of Oskarshamn, Adam Brodecki of Pantern, Sebastian Olsson of Timra, Emil Lundberg of Björklöven, Emil Gabrielsson of Karlskrona, Ryan Papa of Kristianstad, Tor Imo of Karlskoga, Christopher Bengtsson of Södertälje, and Joe Snively of Kristianstad. And then for top centers, you have Linus Loof of Kristianstad, Emil Pettersson of Oskarshamn, Simon Krekula of Vita Hasten, Lucas Carlson of Södertälje, Patrick Blomberg of Vita Hasten, Christopher Maslamaki of Timra, Gustav Franzen of Oskarshamn, David Lindquist of Björklöven, Daniel Lundgren of Mora, and Joseph Jansson of Almtuna. And top right wingers, the top two are from your MODO Hockey in Fredrik Forsberg and Kim Rosdahl. At number 3 is Christopher Fish of Vita Hasten. Then you have Sebastian Hartman of Timra, Jens Luke of Oskarshamn, Tobias Lindberg of Oskarshamn as well, Sebastian Kohlberg of Vastervik, Oscar Stahl Lirines of Björklöven. I'm sorry if I butcher any names here. Victor Hertzberg of Vasteras, and Philip Rondahl of Karlskrona. And the Allsvenskan top prospects, you have Uma Pettersson of Oskarshamn, Grant Silanoff of Mora, Dean Hermanson, who is currently with Vegas. I wonder who his rights are with. He's with Almtuna. Hugo Wendt of Oskarshamn, Isaac Jansson of Oskarshamn as well, Axel Kumlin of Oskarshamn. So Oskarshamn appears to be set as they have 4 of the top 6 prospects. Oscar Spinners Norden of Mora, Isaac Renemark of Almtuna, Simon Aho of Björklöven, and Jonas Sheriff of Vita Hasten. And now we may as well take a look at where a couple of our guys got drafted. Winquist got drafted to Winnipeg, 60th overall in the past draft. And as we take a look at Johansson, he is currently, not so longer, Johansson. He's currently with the Montreal Canadiens. He was drafted in round number 4 at number 115. Also worth noting, our former player Marcus Sower was drafted by the Boston Bruins, 10th overall. So he looks NHL ready for sure. I mean, he's got a lot of important categories in the green. And with all that out of the way, we will move on with the regular season, and we just so happen to have our first game this season against the newest team in our league. So we may as well take a look at that game, and then we will simulate ahead to the end of the month. So here we go. Game against Oskarshamn, first period. We have a 2-1 lead going out of the first period. Rosedal with the first goal, and then Ambrosishik with the second goal. Second period, Gustafsson with the goal for Oskarshamn, gets them tied at 2. Heading into the third period, we have a power play. Third period, Norberg with the goal on the power play for us. From McDonald and Osman, we get our first victory of the season against the newest team in our league. And unfortunately, we get a suspension after one game. Christopher Lilliewall has been suspended after that game. And not only that, but Frederick Forsberg is also out for 2 weeks with a moderate concussion. That's unfortunate. And most penalty minutes in a game, 27 penalty minutes, was recorded by Christopher Lilliewall. My goodness. And now David Ahlstrom is out for 3 weeks with a rotator cuff strain. Cue the injury train. And now Michelle Johansson and Jacob Winquist are back from their tryouts with their NHL teams, so that's definitely good. We need them after the amount of injuries we've already piled up. I mean, we didn't get too many injuries. We have 2 injuries plus a suspension, though, so that's definitely not ideal. And the Allsvenskan Player of the Month is David Lindquist of Björklöven, and the Rookie of the Month is Grant Silanoff of Mora. Checking out the stats real quick, Forsberg, our goaltender Forsberg, to be specific, Eric Forsberg, has a 900 save percentage in 5 games and 240 goals against average and a 720 average rating. Victor Olsen in 2 games has an 885 save percentage and 298 goals against average and a 7 average rating. Defenseman Mikowski with 4 points, McDonald with 4 points, Norberg with 4 as well, Johansson with 2, and then Sixna and Stridsberg with 1 point each, and then Berglund, Ginning, and Soderberg all with nothing. Average ratings, you have Kalle Johansson with a 729, a 714 for all of Mikowski, Norberg, and Stridsberg. And then you have a 686 for Cameron McDonald, a 671 for Ginning, a 657 for Berglund, a 650 for Sixna, and a 629 for Andreas Soderberg. So I guess we'll get Soderberg out there, and then we'll get Sixna in. And then for forwards, you have Schmidt Svedstrup with 6 points in 7 games. That's the best I'm going to be able to pronounce it, I promise you. Osman with 5 points, as well as Dyke. 4 points for Silwander, 3 for Ambrosishik, Beretsnev, Olofsson, and Rosedal. Michelle Johansson and Jacob Winquist, both with 2 points each. And then Christopher Lilliewall with 1 point in 3 games. And then Trelaw, Forsberg, Naslund, and Ahlstrom have no points. Though it is worth noting that Forsberg only played 1 game and then got injured. Average ratings, you have Dyke with a 771, Rosedal with a 743, as well as Schmidt Svedstrup, and then Ambrosishik, Beretsnev, Lilliewall, Olofsson, Silwander, all with a 7 average rating, a 675 for Michelle Johansson, Osman with a 671, a 650 for Ahlstrom and Winquist, a 643 for Naslund, a 620 for Trelaw, and a 6 for Forsberg. Again, he only played 1 game, so we're definitely going to get him back in there. For right now, we will scratch Alex Naslund, and we will replace him with Frederick Forsberg. We'll get him back in the lineup for sure. And now a quick review of the past month's games. First, we won 3-2 against Oskarshamn. Then we won in overtime 3-2 against Vostrovik. And then we won 3-2 against Timra. We lost 3-1 for our first loss of the season against Karlskoga. A 5-2 loss to Vosteraz, I believe that is. And then a 4-2 win against Kristianstad. And then a 4-3 overtime loss against Almtuna. So with that all being done, I think we will simulate ahead 1 more month. Then we'll evaluate where we're at as a team. And then I think regardless of where we're at, we're going to end this one off after this upcoming month and after we do the monthly review and stuff like that, because I think I have like 2 or 3 other recordings to do today at the very least. So we are going to get this month done and we'll see what happens. And now the other Forsberg is out for 10 days. Eric Forsberg has been injured with a groin strain. At least it happened in the game though, not in practice. And Alex Naslund has been injured for 2 weeks with a rotator cuff strain in practice. And the player of the month is Glenn Gustafsson of Oskarshamn, and the rookie of the month is Cameron McDonald of your MODO Hockey. So reviewing stats for the month, Eric Forsberg with 9 wins, 3 losses in 12 games played, a 917 save percentage, and a 767 average rating. He has been phenomenal for the most part. Victor Olsen with a 905 save percentage in 4 games, and a 725 average rating. And then Maxim Lagasse has gotten in there for 3 games, a 820 save percentage and a 6 average rating. That is unfortunate. And as we check out defensemen, 10 points for Mikowski, 9 for McDonald, 7 for Norberg, 6 for Johansson, 4 for Stridsberg, 2 for Berglund and Ginning, 1 for Sixna, and Soderberg has not played as of recent. Average ratings, a 724 for Johansson and McDonald, a 706 for Mikowski, a 7 for Norberg and Stridsberg, a 688 for Ginning, a 665 for Berglund, a 658 for Sixna, and a 629 for Soderberg. Forwards, you have Schmidt-Svestrup with 15 points in 16 games, 13 points for Osman, 12 for Dyke and Olofsson, 9 for Winquist, 8 for Sawander, 7 for Ambrosichik and Rosedal, 6 for Johansson, 5 for Bresnev and Lilliewall, 4 for Frederick Forsberg, oddly enough. He has not been too good this season, at least not compared to the past couple of seasons that he's had. Yeah, his average ratings down there is 664. That's unfortunate. Travis Treloar, Alex Naslund, and David Ulstrom all have no points. And average ratings, Schmidt-Svestrup with a 769, Dyke and Rosedal with a 735, a 718 for Olofsson, a 714 for Johansson, a 706 for Ambrosichik and Beresnev, a 688 for Sawander, a 676 for Osman, a 671 for Winquist, a 664 for Forsberg, a 650 for Ulstrom, a 646 for Lilliewall, a 643 for Naslund, and a 620 for Treloar. And now a quick review of the past month's games. You have a 3-2 win against Bjorklöven, a 4-1 win against, who's that, Mora? Then you have a 9-1 victory against Pantern, a 5-1 loss against Karlskrona, a 4-2 loss against, I believe that is Södertälje, a 3-1 win against Oskarshamn, a 4-2 win against Vastervik, a 2-1 win against Timrå, a 3-0 loss against Vida Hasten, and then a 5-2 victory against Karlskoga. But despite the few bad losses that we've had this season, we are still in first in the entire league. After 17 games played, we are 10-5-1-1 with 33 points so far on the season. Obviously, there are a ton of teams right behind us, but currently we have the best record in the Allsvenskan. So that is definitely a good sign after 2 months. Our power play is clicking at a 26.5%, and our penalty kill is at an 82.2. We are 7-3-0 in our last 10, and we are on a 1-game winning streak. So we're going to leave things off here because, as I said earlier, I have a lot of recordings to do today. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one when we continue with year number 5 with your MODO Hockey. See you guys then.